MCL38. As you can see, the box does not have a lot of weight in it as it's moving around as I lightly scratch and tap on it. And as you can see up here, we have, as you can see up here, we have what we have built in the first two videos with the McLaren branding on the back. So, we also have our driver right here. We are going to be finishing this and adding this to the collection. If you watched the last video, you will know that I made a little bit of a mistake by not keeping all of the extra pieces out. If you're new to Legos, you know that they give you extra pieces, particularly smaller pieces that you might lose. So I ended up not having one of the correct pieces, which, come to find out, I just didn't empty the bag properly and I found it later. So we have bags 5 and bag 6 here. And we also have our instruction booklet. Now, as I mentioned, you get the instruction booklet with the bags of pieces, but you also get the QR code that allows you to build alongside, I'm sure, like a video. So one of these days we'll do that. I just really enjoy having the booklet out. It reminds me of when I was a kid. So I forget what step we left off on, but I put the sticker booklet in there so we would remember. So we just ended on bag 80, which, remember last time, I think we ended on bag 56 and we were on step 56 and it told us to empty bags 5 and 6. And I wondered if that was done on purpose. But I think it was just a coincidence. Again, we have our decals, which it looks like we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 stickers left. It looks like probably 6 on the right and 6 on the left, and then this McLaren and Google Chrome logo, which I have a feeling will go probably on the tip of the nose of the vehicle. So this step tells us to empty bags 5 and 6. And I'm going to rearrange So now we're going to separate these into colors, like I always like to do. And the last pack always has, well, I shouldn't say always, but in the series always has the wheels. So I'm going to put the wheels up by our driver until we need them. And then we also have the hubcaps that are the lovely Google Chrome branding, just like the real McLaren. Alright, it looks like we have everything else taken care of, so I'm going to separate these into the black and papaya pieces. Now, if you haven't watched the other videos, I talked about how this color, well, this is black, but this color right here, when we're talking about McLaren, it is not known as orange. It's known as papaya. And that dates all the way back to the very first papaya car for McLaren that was designed to be papaya to stand out on the track. And to this day, I think it's a very unique color that accomplishes that goal. Okay, so let's start building this. We need one of these gray pieces, one of these black squares, and it looks like a little grid, or a grate, I should say. Or no, never mind, it's one of the like reflective, like the, what is it called, reverse light LED right here. And the only reason I know that's what that is because I watch a lot of Formula One, and these are little LEDs that actually light up red. But obviously it's a decal on here that is already pre-printed. So we need to put that on this piece. And as of right now, it doesn't matter which way, although it's going to be vertical. Vertical. And then we need to put, I don't know what this, oh, it's telling you to put it right here. Okay, let's put the gray piece on the back. This car, it feels sturdy in areas and non-sturdy in the others, which I think is intentional because if they want you to feel like it's actually like a movable piece. But when you're putting these on like the side pods, it makes me nervous. Okay, now we need a long piece with one of these blocks with one of the crosses in it. And it's gonna go right there. Then we need one of these pieces and I think this is, it looks like papaya, I think, but it looks more tan, but we don't have tan pieces, so I'm just going to revert to the orange papaya piece. Excuse me, I call myself saying orange. So I'm reading Will Buxton's Grand Prix Formula One book. I'll bring it to one of these videos next time, but I'm learning how to say some of these drivers' names, like the founding drivers, like that started racing, you know. So hopefully when we review some of these publications, if they're talking about older generation drivers, I'll be able to pronounce the names more correctly. I'm still not going to be perfect, but okay, 84, we need two of these L pieces that are going to go like this. So it looks like a little guy with a hat on. Kind of looks like one of those British soldiers. And then we need 2 of these diagonal pieces. There's one. Well, I guess there's one of each, one side of each. So it's not really 2. Like that. And then we need one of these semicircle pieces. So the semicircle is going to go on. Let's build it together so we don't mess this up. This is going to go on this side. This is going to go on this side. And the semicircle is going to go on the bottom. So now he looks kind of like an angel. And then we need one of these pieces and another semicircle piece. And so the semicircle is going to go on top. And this piece is going to go on the papaya orange. And I don't really know what he looks like now. He looks like he needs some help. Okay. And then we need one of these diagonal cheese wedge looking blocks with another single dot and a third semicircle. Now, 32, I think this is the end of the nose of the vehicle, but I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is that. I'm gonna put this on first. We're gonna put that on right there. And then we add another diagonal piece right here with the other single dot piece right there. Again, sorry that these are black and they're harder to tell where they're going versus the Ferrari. Okay, now we need the nose, which I love this. It has Hilton, Pirelli. I'm not familiar with the other brands. WebX, LRT-Dex, FX Pro. I'm not familiar, but those are actual sponsors of McLaren. Alright, and then this goes on top. Like that. And then we need 2 of these rounded pieces. I think they're the same. No, that's not right. I think they're the same. Nope. I'm gonna stop saying that. I think they're the same direction. Yeah. But they're 2 different numbers. So 30 and 33. 30, 33. So let's do 30 first. And that is going to go with the black to the left, like the wider edge black on the left side. And then 33, the wider edge is going to go on the right side. Like so. And then those are going to go in the corresponding places. And then we need to add these diagonal pieces under that part. I mean it's part of the wing, but I don't I love the nose of the vehicle. I find it so, I don't know, it's like sexy, but it's, I don't know, it just makes the car the car. And then for 91 we need 2 of these pieces, so I'm going to line them up because they're very similar but different angled, and we need 28 and 35. So let's find 28 first, which is right here, so 35 is going to be over here. So 28 is going to go with this side. And as you can see, it lines up with the angle of the block. So if you're ever confused, just look at the angle and that will help you. So now we need 35. And that's going to go right here. Like that. Okay. This is going to go on this spot. And this is going to go on this spot. Like that. And now we are going to build the side wing that George Russell, that Charles Leclerc was missing, but there was a meme of George Russell doing the T-post that didn't have his right hand for the wing. So we need 2 of those. 2 of the papaya circles. 2 of these. And 1 of the caps. So we're going to build this as shown. And we need 21, which is right here. And this is going to go with the black facing us. And then that is going to go on this piece. And that's going to go right here. Starting to look like a real front wing again. Alright, and I believe we're going to do that exactly on the reverse side. I'm going to put the sticker on first, so 19. It's going to go with the black facing us. And then we need this piece. My dog is sleeping and she's growling. That is not the piece we need, that's another, I think, extra piece. Because we already put that one on. There we go with that wing. I can't get over how much detail they've improved upon with these builds. I'll show you the other McLaren that I have. That was the older generation. So this is McLaren's IndyCar team, if you're unaware. Before I ruin it. And 34 is going to go on the other one. And 34 is going to go on this side. And this one is going to go on this side. Sorry. Alright, now we're going to flip this over. And we're going to put this red piece through the center. But we're going to wait. I'm going to do it this way because I'm right-handed. We're going to wait to put the nose through just yet. Or we're going to wait to put the rod all the way through so that we can line up that cross. Honestly, it might be easier to not, or just barely put that in so that there's no hint of that block coming through, and then push it through. Like that. Okay, now we need two of these. One of each of these. And we're going to build this one on top. And we need a number 23 for this. DeWalt is the brand. And then we are going to place that on this side, on top of the little bird beak. These are delicate because they're only done with one peg, like they're only attached with one peg, so you have to be kind of careful. 27 is going to be on this one, so we're going to build this side out. Get it the right way first. We only have 2 more decals, which is wonderful. I would have been okay with that, but that's a better job. And then it's going to go on the reverse side right here, on top of this little bird beak, as the bird is chirping in the background. Alright, this is one of my favorite parts, and that is of the wheel wells. So we need 2 of these. These are new to this generation of build. I said last time they look like the engines in the Titanic. So I believe these don't matter because they're both 31, our last stickers. can see it doesn't matter which way it goes as long as it fits. There's no branding on it. And that is the last of our stickers. And then we're going to put these two pegs in where the cross goes in, leaving the circle part out. And those go on be red. Oh, I already see it. Oh, I already knocked something off. Yeah, I would say, like, I wish that these were a little bit more sturdy in holding, because like this is only on with one single push. So if you're like gonna play with these, I can see them breaking. Maybe not breaking, but like falling apart. This goes on that. I mean, these I don't think are really meant to be played with. Like, these are more collectors. Oops, I did that wrong. But still, like, this would end up with a million pieces everywhere if it was like played with like a child. Which is why I guess they're rated 10 and up. Not only for build purposes, but you know, if something falls off, you don't want your 2-year-old choking on a piece like this. That's a spoon that works as the mirror, the side mirrors. Did I put that on wrong? Yeah. Or maybe it got pushed, I don't know. But we'll fix that. Like so. And then one of my other favorite parts is attaching the halo, which we need this papaya straw with 2 of these hook, like latch looking, I don't even know what you call that. I mean, I guess it like latches on, but it's not a latch, it's like I don't know, a rod, a joint, I don't know. Okay, and that goes on here. So now it's sticking straight up, and you bend it like so to form the halo. Yeah, these side pods are very fragile. And then we have our halo. Now, I said this in the other video, the real halos are a wishbone that are permanently fixed to the car. They don't move up and down like this, but the reason Lego designs them that way is so that you can fit the driver in and out of the car and they're not stuck in the car. Okay, we are almost finished. We need this claw piece that is going to go at the top of our halo, or I should say the apex, it's not the top. And then we are going to lower it down to fit into this circle, so it gives off the illusion that it's attached like the wishbone of the actual increase it to include the driver. That's really cool. Okay. And then last but not least, we need to add the tires and the wheel wells. So, I learned this before. There are two separate sizes. So these are the thicker rear wheel tires. And these are the thinner front wheel tires. You can see the thickness, which is great. Now we need two of these that go on the front, because you see it, the skinnier. These are going to go without pegs. And those are going to go on the front of the vehicle. This side pod is really giving me some, I guess it's meant to bend like that, but and now we are going to add another step to the rear driver, or I can't say tires, the rear tire. And that is by putting one of these little pegs in. So those go first. Maybe it's this way. Yep. They're kind of hard to get in there. I just have really fat fingers too. There we go. And then we're going to put the caps on so that they stick out just a little bit, because these are thicker. That's why you need the little papaya piece. I mean, it doesn't matter that it's papaya, but let's look at these. I love that they have the Google Chrome cap as well as the official Pirelli P0 tire. Now these, the white walls, I believe are the hard tires. I believe the soft are red. The white are hard, and the green and the blue are inters. Or the green are inters and the blue are the wet tires. And I think the yellow is a compound, like a medium as well, or hard, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure the white is hard. If I'm wrong, let me know, I'm sure you will. There we go. And I believe after we place our driver in the car, which my favorite driver is Lando, so we'll make Lando this guy. We'll put him in the seat, the cockpit, and then close the halo down. And we have our 2024 championship winning MCL38. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. See, you move it and it goes which way. These little side pods are movable as well. They beautiful job with creating these Legos. Like, the evolution is crazy. We also have one of the very small ones. This was the very first thing we built together. So look at the difference. I mean, I think they do a really great job for all ages as well as budgets. But yeah, definitely the front wing is my favorite part. I think the rear wing is great too. They do a really great job of adding that detail to it. But that is our final step. If you would like to build this yourself, you can look at all of these pieces in the back and purchase these separately, which I'm sure would cost a lot more money than the $29 that, this vehicle costs to make. But we have our extra pieces that I will put back in the box and just, save for later. Maybe we can build something when we have all of the pieces together, see what we can actually build. But we have our McLaren built and functioning. The silhouette of that floor is really pretty with the papaya and the white and the blue. Wonder if it'll stay up, yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know what you like, if there's something you want to specifically see me do. I hope you have a great rest of your evening, or day, or any time that you are crossing the finish line into relaxation. Until next time.